How are you, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Itago. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. And of course, I love people joining this Team Extra family, so please just hit that subscribe, notification button, all that good stuff. Share it to your grandma. Tell your people that Itago is in the house. Okay. Turn it down, Itago, just a little bit. Today I wanted to talk about moving out. So I filmed a video last year, maybe Kedo September, because I moved out of home in September, and then I filmed it, and then I didn't feel guys, we have had this conversation before. I told you guys that I was not editing anything. Okay, I was not posting anything. I actually have videos uploaded onto my channel, but I just have not posted them because it just didn't feel right. You know, like when, I don't know, sometimes you just like feel, anyway, I hope someone out there gets what I'm saying. You put something, you don't post it. That's how I felt about some of those videos, and one of them is the moving out videos. And now I think I understand why, because I think it needed more structure in terms of like how I'm presenting it to you guys. So this is like the first one of the series of moving out, where basically I'll talk about my experience moving. Okay, remember this channel is about like transitions. It's whether you're 20, 25, 50 and like you've recently needed to find your own space, this is really about that. So for moving out series specifically, I want to talk about like before you decide to move out, like what should you consider, and then house hunting tips and tricks. I'll be talking about what you'll do, what you'll need to think about before you decide to move out, tips and tricks for house hunting, and then what I really want to make this series about is like budget friendly. Who the hell is screaming? Stop it, I'm filming. Ooh, screaming, filming. Who the hell is screaming? Yeah, I'm filming. Who the hell is screaming? Yeah, I'm filming. Who the hell is screaming? I'm filming. I'm filming. I'm filming. Yeah. Please stop. Okay. I really want to make this about budget-friendly options in terms of moving out, in terms of where to buy stuff, how to manage like a low budget, I guess, when you've moved out and all that stuff. Today we're talking about before you start house hunting, before you decide, okay, I'm moving, or like this is it, this is the time. What do you need to consider? So number one, ask yourself, do you really want to move out? Like, is it necessary? Because honestly, like, my God, this life is expensive. So think about, do you really want to move out? For me, I just felt like I was in that space where it was time. It was time I started being responsible. It was time I started you know, accounting more for my finances, because like, yeah, you know, you realize that like even when you're living at home, you're spending just like on random stuff. Like, did I need to buy that 5,000 shilling feather to just display it in my closet? No. But yeah, so when you sit down, you think about, do you really want to move out? What are the conditions at home? Is it still a favorable space for you to live in? To be honest, like the economy is not that great. So if you're still able to live at home and just like your parents are okay having you around, stay home. Stay home. Guy, woo, stay home, please. I am telling you, kaa tu kwa nyumba. It's okay if you have a curfew, use the curfew, talk to your parents sometimes, tell them you want to get home at 2 a.m. It's fine, but stay home. If you are living like in a toxic environment and you have the finances or like you have the means, definitely disconnect yourself from such an environment. Environment is very important for your growth, so you want to put yourself in a space where you can grow. Okay, so now you've answered to the question, yes, I want to move out. So then what do you do? Guys, I'm a Christian girl. You gotta pray, okay? Even if you're not Christian, you have to pray, because out there's like all these forces doing their thing. You can't just like get out of your parents' house and you just like move into a random person's apartment without praying. Pray about the process, pray to your God. I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, and I really prayed before I moved out of home, because I really wanted it to be the right decision. I wanted to get into a space where this is the right place for me. So I prayed about it. I wrote a list of the things that I wanted, and oh gosh, thank God for my friends. Do you guys have iron friends? Like, I have iron friends. I got friends like sending me videos about how to pray, how to believe God for a house, how to believe God for where you want to live. So like I had this list of verses that like I wrote down regarding me moving out, and the things that I declared about where I wanted to be. So like if you believe like what you release into the universe gets back to you. So if you release like words of this is the place I want to be in a clean environment, in a place where children are not screaming. I did not write that down, but I guess we're here now, so what to do? Like I want to be in a place where there's fresh air, there's sanity, there isn't too much noise, it's close enough to the road but like not right next to the road, and the apartments are new. I was very particular about being in either a new apartment or refurbished, renovated. I don't know, I was just very particular about it. I did not want to get into just a place where they just painted the walls for me, just like that, like someone else was moving then and they moved up, blah 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 blah. So I was very particular about that. I wanted a swimming pool, I wanted like a backup generator, of which I did not get. Well, there are things like, it's okay to write them down. I believe in writing your vision down. Eventually, will I end up living in a place that has a swimming pool and backup generator? Hell yeah. Like, I'm gonna have all that stuff in my huge mansion, of course, yes. But like, even before I get there, and I'm in a space where we don't have a swimming pool here. Like, it's fine, I don't swim 99.99% of the time, so it's fine. Okay, so the second thing is you've prayed, okay? And then the third thing is write down a list of the things that matter to you. So I've said some of the things that matter to me. Have like 3 or 4 non-negotiables. For me, my non-negotiables were muted flooring or muted tiles, that is like brown, grays, whites. That was like non-negotiables, because these people in Kino, they be playing you with the purple tiles. My friend, there are houses that you walk in and you're just like, I'll give you a call. Okay, bye. Because those floors are, okay, they're not ugly because someone saw beauty in them. That's the thing. It's kind of hard like being me, because like I rationalize everything. So for me it was tiles have to be muted, walls have to be also light color. So I wanted white walls. I wanted white walls. I was okay having like a very light eggshell cream color. There's like some ugly cream colors out there. I don't know why you people in Nairobi are building things like this. Like, why are you designing a house as if you're the one who's going to live there? You're not living there. Why are you putting like red, yellow, green, and you're like, I wanted it to be different, I'm like, hell no. Like, if I want to make it different, I'll do it myself. Okay, maybe not everyone thinks like that, but okay, that's another thing that I was very specific about. I was also very specific about proximity to a bus stop, because I still take matatu to work. I'm gonna be driving soon, hallelujah. I still take matatu to work, so I really needed it to be close enough to a bus stop. And when I was walking to the houses, so every time I would walk back to the junction or walk back to the bus stop, I would time myself. I'd be like, it took me 7 minutes to get to the bus stop. Nope. Okay, for some people 7 minutes is not a problem. For me it is, because at home I was like 3 minutes from the bus stop, so that was like my benchmark. If it takes me more than 5 minutes, it's an X. So I think most of the houses that I looked at in Kabete, like I was literally I was just like, nah, it's too far. Okay, so you write this list down, okay, and then the next thing that you do, you say, what is your budget limit? If you can spend 90,000 shillings a month on paying for a place to sleep, yeah, you can. But for me, it was very important to keep my costs low. So you want your rent to not be more than 1/3 of your income. So whether you get it from selling groceries, from your job, from whatever, if you're earning 30,000 shillings, your rent should not be more than, ooh, madafu guy, 1/3, 10,000 shillings. Okay, that is how you manage your costs, and it's not like earning gross, your net income. So that was something that I considered, but like I'm also like not gonna spend 40k on a place that I barely sleep in. I travel a lot for work and I come back home like 9, 10, 11. Guys, this is like almost a storage space for my things. Why would I pay 50 or 60,000 shillings, at least right at this point in my life? It does not make sense. What's most important is I'm saving money, gearing up to start investing and all those things. So keeping my costs really low, that is why I'm making this video. And if at this point you're not happy, I don't know what you want me to do, but you should have subscribed by now. Like, I'm gonna wait for you to do that. Have you done it? Okay, cool, let's continue. And then I think another thing you should think about after you set your budget, what are the locations that fit that budget. So for me, I wanted something maximum 20,000 shillings. That's like $200 per month for a 1 or 2 bedroom. So essentially that crosses off all bougie areas that I'm naturally attracted to. My Runda, my Kileleshwa people, my Lavi, Westi, you know, like Spring Valley, Peponi Road, Kitsuru. Like, I was heartbroken. Like, what do you mean? I cannot pay 20,000 to live in Kitsuru. Like, why? But it's okay, it's fine, it's okay. So, okay, with 20,000 shillings, I could basically either live on my route, which is Lower Kabete, or Mwamto area, 119, or Gashie area, or down Wayaki Road. And I was just like, okay, I want to still be close enough to home, so I chose to house hunt in Lower Kabete. I think also Ruaka, you can get some nice places. Also, okay, I was also thinking of it in the terms that I don't want to go across to town, because I don't want to take 2 matatus coming to work. That's the most important thing. Like, I don't have to pass through town and then come to Parklands. That's where I work. So one route to my work. So that was Wayaki Way, 118 and 119. Those were the only options that could take me to work with 1 matatu. Okay, and then the 5th thing that you should do is talk to people who have moved out. Don't just do it by yourself, do it with your people. If you have friends who are living by themselves, ask them, how is the experience, how are you feeling, how do you manage your finances, how do you budget, because all of these things are very important. And when you've talked to people, start buying things little by little, but don't buy things a lot. Everything at once. Thank you for watching this one. I hope it helps. If you have any other like things that you think people should consider before they do their house hunting, please put it in the comments. Tell people your experiences. What did you think about before you started house hunting? Because, you know, I like engaging with people in conversation. What are the places that what are other places that fit a budget for 20,000 shillings? Kabete tends to be like a little bit pricier. but there are other places that are much cheaper. Like with 20k you get like a 3-bedroom or something. So are there places like that in Nairobi? Because, you know, we want to help each other. Like 950 of us help each other. So tell me guys in the comments, let's engage, let's chat, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao. Tips for hunting. What should you consider? What should you look at when you get into an apartment or like a house and you're like, I like that the tiles are not purple. What should you do? So I'm gonna film that. That's the next video, so watch out for it. It's probably gonna come up in like 2 or 3 days, I don't know yet.